Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue, and I want you to check out Bondy's Boutique and get some of my merch, y'all. I've added some new things like my mermaid cups and the mermaid tees, and also the Shake Them Tits mugs. All right, you asked for it and you got it. Check out Bondy's merch at Bondy's Boutique. Hey everybody, yes, okay. What's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. This was a long night of Love and Hip Hop. First it was Love and Hip Hop New York, the reunion, which we're about to get into, and then it was Love and Hip Hop Miami, the season finale, and then it was the first part of the reunion. And I just don't understand why Mona did this to us. Okay, but goddamn, I got a gig, I got work to do. All right, so I'm gonna try to get all these 3 videos done tonight. All right, they probably won't be up till tomorrow morning, but you know what, that's all right. Now before we get into my notes, because there was a plethora of things to discuss, I want to get back on my scent bird. Okay, scent bird, I smell good, bitch. Okay, yes, get into the jiggle of it all. Y'all, they sent me this I can't see it because I don't have my glasses on. Thank you. Moscow Mule by Janie's Got a Gun. Bitch. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all right now how much I love this, okay? I love this. I love me a good romantic, deep, old, sexy ass smell. So if y'all want to get into and try these out, go ahead and hit the link down below for Scentbird and get you, like, it's like 10% off, or get it for just $10 when it's normally like 15 or 16 or some shit like that. Either way, they're correcting some situations that we had problems with last year. So I'm like, all right, okay, let's jump back on it then. So we back on Scentbird. Y'all holler at them. Let's go ahead and get into my notes. The nudes, yes, okay. So Safari dramatically joins the cast in the middle of, you know, part 1 and part 2, but we know that's all some editing magic. Cause we know he ain't show up until the last 5 minutes of the reunion show, okay? I don't know when it happened, but it was like, oh, we did everybody goodbyes and everybody's, you know, sum up and wrap up, and then here he come walking up in here with this dramatic entrance and shit. So we just gonna discuss the part that he was in, and we're gonna move on like Maya. But then we're gonna edit it in like it happened at the end of part 1. I'm like, I see you, Mona production. I see y'all, okay? So he says the reason behind him not being there was that he had a family emergency. Nigga was lying, okay? Your girl Erica Mena has taught him, you ain't gotta be there. No, I'm sure they had a conversation when she was like, you do not have to go to that if you don't want to. There have been many times where I done flaked out on a fucking reunion, and guess what? They got over it. I'm still on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, ain't I? Oh, all right then. So Nina tries to check him about the fact that, you know, you're not following through with your obligations. And I'm like, Nina, okay, does this seem like the group that is always following through with their obligations? I mean, I'm just saying, but I understand Nina, girl, okay? I like Nina. I think Nina's a great host. She does just enough to check people, but then enough to not be all in a sauce in a way that you like, we don't need all that from you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm appreciative that Nina is still there, okay? So then the question is asked, you know, do we think Safari hurt his friends? What about your friends? I don't know whether it was him or Joe, but somebody in the deep voice said, because I was making notes, y'all, I was typing the fuck away, said that ain't nobody's feelings hurt. No one's feelings are hurt. I believe it was Joe, okay? So basically saying that we ain't no real friends. Safari says that friends is a real deep word, and I wasn't really feeling that from these folks, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing. So then the question is asked, well, what about Juju? Wasn't Juju your friend? And he was like, we were cool and I wish her the best. Which means I was trying to smash. She friend zoned me. That was cool for a minute, but I had to move on like Maya. I'm moving on. Okay, that's what we had to do. All right. So after that, they asked what the situation is between Joseph and Safari. And Joe says that, look, it's not what it seemed. He don't have no ill will towards Safari or nothing like that. He wishes him the best. Safari says that Joe turns up for the cameras. So him sitting here with the niceties is bullshit right now. He fake as fuck. And then they had, oh, this is what Safari said. He said they had a whole bus ride prior to him, you know, piping up about putting his head in the sand and shit. They had a whole bus ride and he didn't say shit to him. He waited until the cameras was around to address the issue. And I'm like, that's because Joe is made for TV. Like, Joe was made for this shit, okay? He knows what he's doing. Safari says that that's some fake shit. Then Sin jumps in, okay, Safari, all right? Don't take it too far, Safari. Okay, won't you calm down, Safari? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, bucking up on him like he's not a dude or some shit. And he was like, you know, with all due respect, this is between me and Joe. And she was like, no, if it's something between you and Joe, then it's something between me, you and Joe, okay? If something going on with Joe, it's about me. It's like, well, all right, bitch, calm down. Yeah, okay. She was getting hype as shit, but they was trying to have this like elevated frame of mind, like there was this fake wokeness going on with Sin for the reunion, and it was kind of annoying me. But yeah, I don't understand why she felt the need to check him. And you know, he's like, look, I don't have to deal with you, I just won't talk to your ass. And then Joe is telling her, you know, don't get this nigga fucked up. Stop, don't get this nigga fucked up. I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. You just told security you wasn't about to fuck him up because you make too much money and all of this shit, okay? But now he is talking about you gonna beat somebody's ass. Safari says you're a clown. Like, oh, okay. Tell him he gonna pull up to the hotel. I'm like, Safari, you about that life now, huh? Okay, all right, I'ma just let it go, because I feel like nigga not really about that life, but I feel like neither is Joe. The reason why y'all not about that life is the reason why y'all vote on this television show, because y'all are good for the made for TV drama. When shit happen in real life, y'all walk away like grown people. I know this because I've seen it happen. The Migos, when Safari got, you know, tried to get beat up by Meek's people outside the award show. I think that was Meek's people. Do we remember that? Allegedly. Okay. Anyway, y'all. Sin says that Joe needs to calm down, which he does. He's about to have a stroke. Safari tells her that he doesn't have to tell them shit, okay? He doesn't have to tell them anything about his relationship. He doesn't have to explain anything about his relationship. Joe threatens him once again. He's like, oh, you're real tough. It's like both of y'all are trying to act like y'all are real tough, but whatever. Sin says no one cares about their relationship, but she would have liked the heads up because, you know, they were really close and they really loved him. You know, he been by the house and held the kid. And I'm like, they keep bringing that shit up. Like, okay, anybody at the baby party could have held y'all baby for all we know. Okay, the way y'all fucking acting. Okay, production could have held y'all baby. Grips could have held y'all baby. Bitch, he didn't babysit. What's the problem? Like, I just don't understand why they keep bringing it up. I understand you trying to show that he was so close to y'all. So it's like, oh, if you're in my life like this, you owe me an explanation on everything you do in your life as it pertains to Erica Mena. No, it does not. No, it does not. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is not. Okay? Safari says that Sin's explanation is bullshit about having to know how to move because just like a week or two prior, they were at Remy's not Remy's birthday party. They were at Remy and Pap's baby shower, and they spoke to one another, and it was all cordial. And something tells me they've been in each other's presence more than just that time and been cordial. So whether it ended bad or not 4-5 years ago, bitch, make me understand why you can keep seeing each other and being cordial, but then be on a trip and not see each other and have a problem. Somebody let me know about it. Like, I'm with Safari on this, that y'all was doing shit for television, and now that y'all done got the backlash, y'all come on the show, and part of y'all want to be rowdy, and part of y'all want to make it right because y'all know y'all was tripping the fuck out. And I'm just kind of over it at this point. That's just how I feel about it. But Sin says that Pap and Remy's baby shower wasn't the time. I'm like, so was any of the other times that you met other time, bitch? Whatever. Remy and Yandy defend Safari, you know, saying that he doesn't have to tell y'all shit about his relationships, and they understand why he wouldn't, considering the fact that everybody's gonna have something negative to say. Remy doesn't understand why it was the issue if nobody physically saw Erica, which was my whole thing. Nina says that, you know, he's talking about not sharing his private life and trying to protect his situation with Erica Mena, but at the end of the day, you signed up for a reality show to showcase your life on a reality show. And we like, Nina, bitch, you know better than anybody that they got their show life and they got their real life. And sometimes those things overlap, but most of the time, especially as it pertains to relationships, We as the viewing public and production are months behind a relationship that is probably already over in most of these situations, okay? They just reiterating what had happened while they was on break, the shit that was happening naturally, okay? But Nina, let's not act like everybody shows everything about their life on camera and that they should. If he wanted to keep that shit under wraps as it pertains to the people on the cast, or even if he felt like he didn't want to talk to them niggas about it, I feel like that's his prerogative. And y'all gonna get the fuck over it, as far as, you know, how I feel about it. Y'all gonna get the fuck over it. Safari says, I'm sorry if I'm coming off wrong, but I'm on the defense because of how everybody is coming at me. Y'all know how Safari can react childishly when he feels like he's being, you know, trying to be punked or pushed up into a corner and all of that. But I still understand how he felt. It was the same thing. It's probably how he was trying not to feel when they were on the beach and everybody was going in on him. He probably started to hear something he didn't like and completely blanked the fuck out. But having to rewatch that shit on television gets you upset all again, especially when you think about how hard our boy Joseph was flexing over there. And it just was way too much. And then Juju says, you know what, we get it. I understand why he wouldn't share. I'm a private person too. We wish them all the best. I'm like, now you decide to get on the right side of history, Juju. Pish posh, bitch, whatever. Okay? He says likewise to them. And then we have to get on why he didn't want to talk to Rich about it. And why he said he hadn't talked to Rich about it and all of this. It's like, look, at the end of the day, me and Rich are not friends. And I didn't want to talk about Erica with anybody. People who knew her, people who didn't know her. I just didn't want to talk about that shit with anybody. And Mano was like, oh, he in love. I'm like, I thought you knew, nigga. All the rest of these people who have fucked us seem to be in love because they can't stop talking about the bitch. And she ain't even here. Rich says that he's however many niggas away from the last, you know, I mean, from, you know, Erica, and he wasn't the last nigga to fuck with her. And there was some shade towards her having a long line of peen. Like, it really, really was. And Safari caught the shade and said, you know, them pants is too tight and he need to stop being so fucking disrespectful. To which Rich replies, let me jump my old arthritic ass up across this table, knowing I'm not gonna get anywhere, okay? When they show you on the preview, it looked like he was running fast. When they show you the whole clip, it's like he was suspended in helium. He wasn't going anywhere, okay? Like, I didn't understand why that, you know, triggered him so much. But it's so funny to me that you show more emotion with somebody you ain't fucked in years in comparison to the one that you done laid up with last night, i.e. Mariah Lynn. Y'all, I can't, y'all. I just can't with him. And Safari is like, oh yeah, that's great TV, son. That's great TV. Y'all can't wait to catch that in slow motion. And, you know, he's clowning Rich. And Rich says, don't play with him. I'm from the east side. Yeah, I'm hard not. Nigga, please. Jonathan's storyline, y'all. His birthday party. Anais not being there. She's doing better. He says he believes that Anais was drugged. But now she's in her, you know, her right frame of mind, and she's better, and she's here for her family, and she's really, you know, one of the best singers. He said the best singer that he's ever heard in his life. And the look that Juju gave was hilarious. Like, nigga, I know you not about to sit up here and act like you ain't heard Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle, and them, bitch. I know you better act like you ain't never heard a Celia Cruz song, my nigga. What is you talking about? Don't get me wrong. Anais is a great singer, but we're not about to act like you haven't heard better, okay? I know that was probably some shade at the K. Michelle's of the world, but I was just like, okay, nigga, I guess, all right? Rich also says that he's talked to Anais and she's better now and it's a better situation. Juju goes into explaining why she turned up at Jonathan's birthday party, even though it seemed as if she was not invited. And she basically said that he's been there for her through her graduations party she's had, so she was just showing up to support. She didn't think it was a big deal. And then he goes into admitting how even during taping he was still on drugs, still doing shit. Basically, he was doing cocaine, popping out the side of his fucking neck, tripping the fuck out. And, you know, Rich lends to the fact that if Jonathan was not high, he would probably be the de-escalator in the situation, which we've seen sometimes. Like later in the season, we saw him being the one to be like, stop, what are you doing? What is all of that about? Like, he was totally calmer towards the end of the season than he was last season and the beginning of this season. So I think we can all see that when Jonathan is sober, he's calmer. Sydney decides to chime in and say that we gotta be real. Jonathan is a messy bitch, you know? And Jonathan is like, oh, bitch, why is you talking to me? Why is you sitting over there talking to me with your raggedy ass? Okay, you are the saddest thing I've ever seen in life. Why are you even talking to me? Like, it was a whole ordeal right quick, right fast, and Sydney wasn't ready. And see, here's the thing that works on my nerve. Sydney always comes for people, and then when they chop her fucking neck off, she tries to get all sensitive. Oh, I wasn't. Oh, I didn't mean it. Oh, I'm not saying. Girl, shut the fuck up. You knew exactly who you was coming for. You just wasn't ready. You wasn't prepared. Just like in all of the other areas of your life, bitch, you are not prepared. Okay, you're not prepared for the music career. You're not prepared to get the dick turned inside out. You're just not prepared. You're not prepared for the reads. You're not prepared for big bitches like Nia Lee to be coming for your neck. I mean, you're just not prepared. And it's just exhausting to watch. I'm gonna just say that right now. It's exhausting to watch. But Jonathan went in on, on Sydney Star so deep that, Rich was like, could you please stop? And Jonathan's like, why don't you tell her to stop? She's the one going, tell her to stop. I'm like, this nigga just sucked on her titty in the preview, and now we arguing. Okay. And Rich says, I'ma tell both of y'all to please shut the fuck up and chill the hell out. Okay? So they do, and we move on to Nia and Mariah's beef, which is so stupid. Basically, Mariah misunderstood the situation. I think Nia was trying to, oh Lord, oh child, like, let's get past this whole tenuous moment that we're in, because Kimbella and Jonathan and Mariah had just finished having words or whatever about Yanzi, and Jonathan was saying that wasn't cool and that you don't know her and all of this shit. So it was basically a moment that was misunderstood, and then it was taken up the ladder into the roof, okay? And things weren't made better, and you weren't looking at heaven, okay? So Nia says that little chihuahua ass Mariah needs to stop barking up the wrong pit bull in the skirt, dishing up dirt. Okay, shout out to Eve, bitch. And I'm like, at some point, Nia, being this hard, vicious bitch that you claim to be has to be exhausting, doesn't it? Like, I would be so tired of arguing and fighting with people that I really don't have beef with, and that I know I can pluck and break their little fucking bones. Mariah does have a lot of bark, and I do believe that she will injure herself in order to prove how true and real her bite is, but it's obnoxious at this point. You know what I'm saying? Mariah says that Nia is a Jolly Green Giant type of bitch, but then calling 100 of her homegirls to come and fuck Mariah up and all of this shit. And Nina says that this is a lot over a picnic conversation, and I love when she basically patronizes them for being ignorant and acting a fool over absolutely nothing. It's hilarious. Then Nia says that, it's not like I called your mother a crackhead, bitch. And I'm like, here we go with this shit. From what I understand, Nia, your mom was a crackhead too. Like, is this really something you want to discuss as if this didn't affect the whole community that we live in, which is why these kids need you 2,000 babies, no disrespect, but some of y'all are fucked up, and that's because a lot of y'all parents was doing the wrong shit in the early and mid 90s, but you know what? Time has moved on. We praying for y'all. I just kind of think this is all stupid, and I think that she didn't have to go there. And Mariah claps back by saying she's a better mother than she'll ever be and all of this shit, and I'm just kind of over it at this point, because if y'all bitches ain't gonna fight, y'all just bringing up everybody high blood pressure. Sydney gets in it. Everybody's like, Sydney, stay out of it. Like, all at one time. It was hilarious. Oh, Lord. Moving on from that bullshit to Mano and Maggie. So Mano, dressed in all black, was very nice, very clean. I wish that Maggie would have matched in the same amount of intensity. Maybe a blunt cut instead of all of the, she's your queen to be curls and ponytails and shit. Like a blunt cut. She would have looked good in an all black suit or something like that, like cinching in curves, or maybe a black dress, but something way more calm than what she had on. But anyway, from what we, from their conversation, Mano is serving tough love to Maggie. All right, Maggie was pushed away from music by everything that happened, the shooting. It's like, oh, is this what this business is like? Is this what I'm gonna have to deal with? And now with the shooting, I went to school for dance. I can't dance how I once did. Am I really gonna be able to get up there and perform a full song without, you know, having any physical issues? So this is like a lot of things to deal with for Maggie, and I think Maggie needs to go to therapy. I've heard other people say it, and I really believe that as well, that she is someone who could gravely benefit from going to therapy and discussing her traumatic stress from the shooting and everything that's taking place since. Like, she got a lot of shit going on and stuff with her brother, all of this gun violence, her childhood. She needs to unpack all of that, because you can tell that Maggie has common sense. Maggie has sense. Maggie isn't a bird, and it would just really help her whole life if she would go and talk to somebody and they will put her in a mind space to let go of the negative things that have happened in her life and realize how beautiful and wonderful and spectacular she is as a woman. Because you could just really see that probably a lot of her self-esteem is tied to her relationship with Mano and her outer beauty, and you can tell that there's probably way more underneath that she needs to tap into. All right, now that's as deep as I'm gonna get. Okay, so Alexis then clears up how she and Mano came to talk about this song. She says he did not offer her the song, but they had talked about the song that Maggie wanted to get on. Maggie says that she's still not a rapper. She's a singer. She's not in a rush to get married to Mano, because y'all know that question has to come up. And I thought it was so funny how all of the men were up there telling him and telling her, yeah, don't rush into anything. And he's like, shit, I already feel married. That's the problem. When a nigga already feel married and he feel comfortable enough to say that out in public, it makes you feel like, oh, you just gonna have all the milk and never buy the cow. Huh? Like, that's just kind of how I felt in that moment. And I was just like, girl, if that's what you want to do, don't let them use up all your good years now, okay? I'm just saying, we only have so many good childbearing years, okay? And you do not want to spend your 30s and late 30s, you know, and then break up with a nigga at 39 going into 40, and not all of the good time that passed up because you was waiting for this nigga to get to a point where you felt comfortable having. Yeah, look, girl, you know what I'm saying, okay? Nobody got time for all that. So then we get into Rich and his family issues. So he says Miracle is going to court April 19th. He's not as close to the family as he would like to be, meaning that him being so far away, he's not having these face-to-face interactions with everybody to really grasp what's happening, which is why there was the confusion about whether his daughter Ashley was actually going to go back to school or not. And he says that she was talking that shit about not going to school, but she is definitely going back to school and getting her degree. That is not up for discussion, okay? And then Remy says that she needs to take the plea, talking about Miracle, because when you think about how much time she could possibly get, considering the fact that she actually did do it, and spousal abuse is hard to prove when the police haven't been called to your house all of the time, when you really didn't fight or, you know, state your case from the very beginning. She slept on this situation, and sometimes that can kill you when it comes to going to trial, because it's like, why didn't you say anything before? You know how people be. But Remy says when you think about how it affects the kids and the family, taking a plea deal would be the best situation. And then we gotta go from jailbird spouse to jailbird spouse, talking about how difficult it is to watch a family be broken apart by the jail system. And Yandy says, you know, it's a real test on your heart. And, you know, a part of me feels like Yandy grew up reading The Coldest Winter Ever and Fly Girl and all of those books that glamorize being a drug dealer's girlfriend and holding him down until he gets out of jail and turning his drug money into clean money with businesses. You know, something just tells me that she's just so happy that that's technically her life story. So then we have to talk about, y'all, the golden child, okay? Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Dum, dum, dum. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. The card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. I'm sorry. sorry, y'all. The golden child, the golden girls, be with me on this journey, okay? Travel with me, bitch. Don't fight against the current, because it's happening anyway. This is pre-recorded. All right? So, yeah, y'all. The golden child, Reminisce is the baby name. Reminisce on the love we had. Y'all, you love when Mary J used to be doing her like low-key impersonations of Anita Baker on that first album. Don't get me started, y'all. Anyway, Remy says that, you know, Remy is a better version of herself. Like, she won't have to pull out her ghetto girl card on anybody. Like, she's gonna be a sweet girl. And I'm just like, all right, Remy, I see you planting seeds, honey. Planting seeds. And they asked, you know, who's the nanny? And papping that head, Lord have mercy. And then I remembered what it was, why the hair looks the way it does. Because he got that the implants that everybody's getting now to get their hair back. And, you know, sometimes it's just like, that hair looks so bad, and it's like they can't have it at the fade level, because at the fade level then you know there's no hair follicle to stick on there or something. I don't know what it is, y'all, but the fake hair, y'all, oh my God, it's a detriment to you niggas, okay? Why y'all couldn't have confidence as bald niggas, bruh? Like, you already out here with a huge head. You're not hiding nothing behind that patch of black grass. I'm hurt for Pap. Like, I don't understand why you doing this to us. Anyway, y'all, Pap said he's the nanny. They talk about how advanced Reminisce is. She can, you know, hold her own bottle, and she's rolling over. And they talk about maybe another possible pregnancy. And he says if everything goes to plan, if he doesn't spoil Reminisce, then in 2020 they'll try again. And I'm like, child, how old is Remy? Bitch, look, get it how you live. Y'all got money. I understand, okay? So we get to Alexis Sky and her baby daddy issues. And y'all, I stated from the very beginning, I thought that everybody needed to slow their roll and stop with the fucking bullshit. Being mad that that girl was on Medicaid like she making buku money off of the shit that she's doing. She might be making enough to, you know, flash y'all with Fashion Nova and you know, One Eye really probably buys her some cute little things every now and again. She might even get a nice little check and is able to go get her some nice shit every now and again. But that girl life ain't set up for her to be able to pay the medical bills out of pocket that come from having a premature baby that was 1.4 ounces or some shit. Girl, are y'all serious? When she explained how much that shit costs, $20,000 a day for your baby to be in NICU, and y'all sitting up here talking about she should be paying for it herself, y'all some ignorant, hating ass bitches that will hate on somebody getting help for their baby. The way this system is rigged up to fuck over people, the way they overcharge for health care, and the way everybody's tied in with the whole system of pharmaceuticals and how much they make that shit cost, knowing it don't cost that much to make. They make money off of the backs of sick and dying people every fucking day. And y'all mad that that poor little baby is able to get the Medicaid that it needs, regardless of the fact that his mom is out here being a thought pocket. What is wrong with y'all? I'm sorry, but they still had hella y'all in my fucking comments having to validate why you think that her baby shouldn't be on Medicare. Like, seriously? Seriously? You really think that's taking something out of your food stamps, bitch? I can't. And I'm a tax-paying motherfucker, okay? I pay lots of taxes, okay? All right? And if I don't have a problem with it, I'm gonna need for everybody else to please calm the fuck down and shut the fuck up, okay? Because I'm broke about these taxes, okay? And I definitely don't feel like it should go anywhere else than to people and babies who need it, okay? The fuck out of here with that. And I'm sorry, that's just how I feel about it. But she explained her Medicare situation. We moving on. She explains again about her baby being qualified automatically because her baby was premature. How much it costs, like I said. She says she don't make that type of money. We already should have known that based off of the fact that it is rumored that Mona only pays certain people $5,000 an episode, and she ain't even on the main cast. So anyway, Alexis' life was apparently ruined by the rumors that Solo Lucci was her baby daddy. She said she always knew the nigga wasn't the pappy. But this fucked up the situation with Fetty because he was always looking for a reason not to have to claim that baby. Okay, always looking for a reason. But she said she knew. Excuse me, y'all. And now things are better. She got her a new man and Fetty is in their baby's life. And that's that. And you know, they did a whole bunch of at the end of the days and all of this shit, and I ain't got time for all that because we got other shit to move on to. I hope y'all enjoyed the review. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I want to thank everybody who donated to my PayPal. I appreciate y'all so very, very much. Before y'all go, let me hurry up and shout out the few people that I saved. If I missed you, I'm so very, very sorry. I don't mean to at all. I really don't mean to. But I want to thank Janie Buck for her contribution. Thank you, Jasmine King, and thank you, Kasha Taylor. I just wanted to thank y'all on the video. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so very, very much. My PayPal link is down below. You can use my email, BONDY.BRITTANY@gmail.com, if you would like to donate to the channel. It is much needed and much appreciated. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video, which will be right up after this.